Halftime Howie here. We have a great guest tonight. Pathway to Citizenship here in Long Island. Elise Thomas, we're excited for you to talk about your organization on the show tonight.
We are so excited to have the opportunity to be here to tell you all about the work that we do.
Becca Reed, we're excited to have you guys. I know you're going to share a lot of important information.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes.
And Elise, let's get that out right here. Ever since the Trump phenomenon, since he got elected, immigration has been a huge story, and I'm sure during the show you're going to have a lot to expand on.
It's been amazing to see the way both immigrants and native-born Americans have come out and responded, and there is so much to say on the topic.
All right, folks, I am the voice of Long Beach. Halftime, Howie. Edition of Broadcasting on the Beach with Halftime Howie here from Pancho's Cantina in Island Park. And today we welcome in the Central American Refugee Central Pathway to Citizenship in Long Island, Elise Thomas and Becca Reed, and a lot of issues. First of all, Elise, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having us, Howie.
Oh, our pleasure. Becca, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's so nice to have you. And you know what? I got to start. Can't sweep it under the rug. With immigration being such a big topic, let's start, Elise, put you on the spot. What's the impact of Donald Trump had on your organization?
It has been huge. The impact that Trump has had on immigration right now can't be overstated, both in good ways and in bad ways. Obviously, it's created a great deal of fear within immigrant communities as well as native-born communities, but it's also created a lot of energy and people coming out and really wanting to work to help what are really vulnerable immigrant communities here on Long Island.
Absolutely. Becca, you want to add something to the Trump impact?
Absolutely. I think that, as Elise said, we can't overstate the impact that it's had. We've had an increase in interest in English classes. We've had an increase in applicants for naturalization. We've had an increase in interest for many things that we can provide. So I think it's been both positive and negative, of course.
Excellent. Well, I read about your Newsday, and I said I got to have them on the show. It's such a big topic. But let's get back to the Central American Refugee Central and Pathway to Citizenship. What is the basic goal of your organization? In the big picture, what do you guys try to accomplish?
I think if I were to give you two words, it would be immigrant integration. So the Central American Refugee Center has existed now for more than 30 years. We have two offices, one in Hempstead and one in Brentwood. And over those 30 plus years, we have helped tens of thousands of immigrants gain lawful status in the United States, become citizens. We've helped them learn English. We've helped them start businesses. So we really want to remove the obstacles that keep immigrants on the sidelines or marginalized in our communities and really make them full acting members within our communities here on Long Island.
That's great. Becca, what would you say is the impact of your organization, or what's it been with what you guys do in your organization?
Well, with the English, our goal is to empower new Americans to bridge gaps in language, culture, teaching civics, and just common survival English. Many of our students come in with little or no education in their own language, places that didn't have an emphasis on education. And so sometimes we have to bridge a gap that other places may not think about, you know? So I think it's been very helpful in the community to have another free service, you know, another classroom that people can come to. And one thing that I tell my students is that we are family. You come in here, we are family. We take care of each other. And if you need us for anything, you call us, you let us know, and hopefully that's a positive impact.
All right, excellent. You know, one thing I didn't talk about, but I know you can expand on it. I read about you, Elise, in Newsday, and you had a big meeting that took place in Long Beach. Let's talk about, since it was in Long Beach, let's talk about what went down in that meeting and what was accomplished when you met with all the citizens right here in Long Beach.
So a couple of weeks ago, the Long Beach Latino Civic Association organized a town hall meeting where they wanted to be able to connect local elected officials, representatives of the Attorney General's office. Todd Kaminsky came out, as well as Sylvia Pastor Finkelstein from the Nassau County DA. And I was also on the panel to talk about the elephant in the room, right? What are our communities feeling right now? What is the fear within the immigrant community? What is the response of law enforcement? What is the response of government? Because the key to dealing with the fear that the community is feeling right now is really education, right? If you know what to expect when you encounter a police officer or what the probability is of an ICE raid, you're going to know how to handle those situations. We had a turnout of more than 130 people, which, as you can imagine, for a community forum is a pretty good turnout. And I think that at the end of the day, folks walked away feeling empowered because they understood what's going on in the communities around them and felt better able to handle those situations.
So that was a very positive impact.
Incredibly. Absolutely.
All right. Excellent. Let's talk about your organization making a difference in people's lives by the support and that you guys give them and working with them.
Absolutely. I know of one story. One of my students in our first term, she was struggling with health issues. She was struggling with some of the horrific things that she had experienced as an immigrant coming in, but also in her own country, in her own life. And through coming to class and through having that family and that network and a sense of community, true community, she actually felt like she grew as a person, not just as an English speaker, not as an applicant for citizenship or soon to be American, but she actually grew as a person. She built confidence. She learned more about herself and what she was going through, and that she wasn't just on the sidelines. And she felt empowered. She felt a part of something, and I think that that's very, very important for what we do.
That's awesome. And as we move forward, what would you say, Elise, are some of your biggest challenges that you face and your organization faces?
Well, as a nonprofit, one of the biggest challenges, frankly, is always funding, right? We have so much demand in the community for the services we provide, and all of our services are either low cost or completely free. So being able to receive the funds, to be able to keep these programs going can be a challenge. And we have amazing funders. Citibank is one of our funders, Bethpage Federal Credit Union, the United Way of Long Island, the New York State Office for New Americans also funds our program. So we are lucky that we are so well supported. But given the need that is in the community, finding ways to continue to grow and expand and to support those expansions can be a pretty big challenge.
Absolutely. Becca, what would you say the last 6 months has been like in your organization? I'm sure it has been interesting, to say the least.
Absolutely. With me being the English teacher and coordinator out there, it's been a whirlwind. I came in June, and so within those first 3 months, we started a program from scratch, and we were able to build it to where now we have a waiting list of about 120 people, hoping to get a call that they can come in and take an evaluation to do English classes. And as Elise said, getting that extra funding, space, things like that, to be able to grow with our population is very important. But it's been a whirlwind. And during the election time, it was really great to be able to connect with the students and learn together about what was actually happening in our country during the election.